This is for the record, guys. This is for the record. I don't like how they doing Kyrie. I don't like how they doing Kyrie Irving. Now, I know with everything going on in the world and Kanye and all that, we're not going to compare Kanye to Kyrie. First of all the man did was post a movie, post a documentary. He didn't make a comment about it. He didn't put his thoughts about it. And everybody is in this big uproar. They done suspended him 5 games, and he has to apologize. And now I just seen that Nike has dropped his contract. Okay, so back to what I was saying, guys. My bad. But okay, so anyway, now this is what's bothering me. I mean, people watch documentaries all the time. He did not make the documentary. He had nothing to do with the documentary at all, right? So why is he being punished for putting a video on his page, sharing a video on his social media, and that's it? And then leaving it up to you to go watch the documentary. Now check this out. It's on Amazon Prime. You gotta pay $11.99 to rent it, or you can buy it. If you rent it, you got 48 hours to watch it. So I gotta watch it by tomorrow because I have rented it, but I've only watched an hour, and the movie is 3.5 hours long. But the first like 15 minutes is like previews and stuff of different, I guess, other documentaries that they have. So if you get it, you can skip the first 15 minutes, you know what I'm saying? And then jump into it. But in the movie, well, in the documentary, when it first starts off, it asks different questions, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell y'all now, if I was to rate this documentary, Hebrews to Negroes, I would give it a 4. And I say a 4 because, I mean, don't get me wrong, it did drop some good nuggets, but it was kind of hard for you to keep up with it. And I was basically watching it because I wanted to see the reason why they were on Kyrie. It just wasn't adding up to me, because I'm like, why are they on this guy's neck about posting a link to a movie about Hebrews to Negroes? Like, I didn't even get it. And then they start talking about it's anti-Semitic and it has hateful things in it, and it's the things about the Holocaust and da-da-da-da-da. And so I'm like, let me watch it. And I promise y'all, this movie is 3.5 hours long. And not one time did I hear any mention about the Holocaust in reference to like it didn't happen or something. I didn't hear any of that. I mean, they mentioned Jews a few times, but I didn't hear anything hateful within this entire documentary. Now back to what I was saying about, when it first started. If you skip the first 15-20 minutes and you just get straight into the movie, when it starts off, it asks these questions. So here are the questions it asks. So the first question: who are the real children of Israel? Who are the real children of Israel? Where are they today? Are the 12 tribes Negroes? Where did the 10 northern tribes go? Did they go to Australia? Did they scatter into South Asia, like India? Where did the Southern Kingdom tribes go? Did they go to Kenya, like East Africa or South Africa, Latin America? Did the Israelites make it to America? Are there any Israelite children in the Caribbean, like Katie? Is Biafra an Israelite kingdom? Are the Bantu people in Africa Israelites? Like the Lagos, Nigeria is, or are they Africa Israelites? Are there any Israelites in Africa? Was West Africa an Israelite kingdom before the rise of Islam? Was our history hidden from us? Were any Israelites taken as slaves to Europe? Are you ready for the truth? That was the last question. And the documentary basically kind of, started off about the black church then versus now, as in, back in slavery days versus now. And that's how it started off, and then you just watch the documentary, and they went kind of deep in scripture and things like that. And everything they referenced was basically pulled from the Bible, or they showed just different reference points where they found it, you know what I'm saying? So they did reference everything, that they presented in the movie, in the documentary. But the only thing, it was just like, to me, it was kind of all over the place, and it was kind of hard to keep up with. But basically, I was watching it because I wanted to hear what other people have been saying and their madness for Kyrie putting this documentary out. And when I watched that entire documentary that I paid $11.99 to watch, it was basically, and you know what I'm saying? I was open. I wasn't watching it to take one side or the other. I wanted to watch it so to understand and make this shit add up to what they talking about with Kyrie. And I honestly, guys, I didn't hear it. Now, if somebody can pull it up for me and show me, I still ain't heard nobody say anything. Now, I have heard people say that, it's mean stuff about the Holocaust and Jews and hating Jews. And I've heard people say that. But when you watch it for yourself, you will not see that. These are lies. This is all hell, a new word I done learned besides anti-Semitic, because I promise y'all, I hadn't heard that word until the month of October. And now I just hear it all the time. But another one is propaganda. That's another one. So, yeah, I just wanted to give y'all my thoughts about it because, it's just so much going on in the world. It's like, you really got to start documenting this shit. Like, for real. Like, you really got to start documenting this. So, it's the beginning of November 2022. I'll be back to report some more BS, I'm sure. But I just want to give my 2 cents about that movie. Well, the documentary, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't see it. So, if somebody, and, my channel is not to, bash anybody or nothing like that. It's just basically to, put my opinion out there and, kind of talk through things. And, I don't know everything, but, I'm open to understanding and listening and not trying to, judge and cut somebody off just because I don't agree with what they're saying. I have my point, and sometimes if I listen to somebody, I might, be like, you know what, you got a point. I could have looked at it that way, but with this situation with Kyrie, I think it's wrong. On so many levels. I think it's wrong on so many levels, especially after watching the documentary for myself. So, anyway, y'all be blessed. Like and subscribe to my channel.